Fuck it, let's go. Okay? Here's the deal, y'all. What have we been saying? Are we surprised? Let me do my shout outs because my blood is boiling and I'm ready to go ahead and drag real quick. Let me remove this and look at the chat room. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed as fuck. I can't hide it. I'm annoyed. This is ridiculous. Welcome, Georgia. How are you? Charisse Perot is here. Merlot is here. Pink Cheetah Princess is here. First Cause is Power is here. Who else we got? Gabriella's here. Pretty Goddess is here. Who else? Who else? Girl in Transition is here. Crazy Beautiful Lens, how are you? Tanya G is in the building. We have Yellow Box. I don't remember seeing you, but hey, how are you? Live Life is here. Sabrina E, thank you for coming. Cam is here. A glorious black woman. No, a glamorous black woman is here. Why are your letters so little, cutie pie? All right, but I'll take it. PB is here. Oh, and here's somebody that was here named S. Lynch, Nigrous and Soul Black. She says, we're some hating 504s, whatever the fuck that means. Well, we'll be that. We'll be that. We'll rather be that than some rapist loving idiot such as yourself. But that's okay. You'll heal. My condolences for your mindset. Okay, you'll be all right. Coffee Roses is here. Kama is here. Who else we have before we start this drag? I'm anxious to drag. Marie Baker is here. Now, let's drag. You guys know that you're going to see your comment come across the screen at some point. I do all the shout outs, including the ones that come in here and coddle rapists. It's really, really sad to see. Real sad to see. For those of you that don't know, William H. Cosby, aka Pill Cosby, aka Puddin' Pop Pussy, was released today. So the streets just got a little bit more dangerous because somebody that doesn't have to serve consequences has been released back into Blackistan. And here's the deal. I'm not surprised by this because most of them, Dusties, they do not suffer consequences. This is why they're always being arrested. There are no consequences. And the funny thing about what's going on with him is, if you could remember, about 10 years ago, Black folk didn't like Bill Cosby because he told them to pull up their pants and go to school and stop being a bastard. But now that he's a felon, right along with y'all can identify. I don't know if y'all been seeing the posts in Blackistan, but they're absolutely disgusting. And I want you guys to take note of the people that you're subscribed to that are enabling, celebrating, and feeling like this is some sort of victory for the so-called Black community. Make sure you keep that in the back of your mind because that is a mammy and those bitches are dangerous. I'm not even gonna go over the Dusties. You already know they're dangerous. But those male identified, sexual assault identifying idiot bitches are dangerous. And if you keep them around you, they will eventually stab your ass in the back. Let me show y'all who was released today. Let's go down memory lane real quick. Time to share this goddamn screen. Fuck me. I can't. All right, this is going to be a fair use shit. Whoever this video belongs to, yeah, we're going to fair use this. And it's for educational purposes only. Let's go.
I had 2 drinks that I'm clear about. He had his hand on the back of my head, and he was trying to push it towards his penis.
Nobody believed you, and who would have believed me? Playmate?
I didn't know if he was going to kill me or rape me.
Feeling drugged and him having sex with me.
The last thing I remember was Bill Cosby a patchwork robe, dropping his robe and getting on top.
He started grabbing at my chest and, starting to try to fondle me.
People magazine believed us, believed me, and that piece, then my family dropped me.
He grabs me, pulls me like really tight to him, kisses me in the mouth like really, really rough.
I remember is being on his couch with him taking my clothes off.
I was in a white t-shirt and my panties, and he was looming over me in a white robe.
This has affected me in my house. It's affecting me. And it has probably affected these women. But I'm strong, and I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet, and I'm going to tell my side of the story, and it's not going to end here.
Quote, Bill drugged me last night, then had sex with me. I don't understand it. It's not like I would have said no to anything. Charlotte, fill this out for me. I read your article in Salon, and so she was someone who had a consensual relationship with him, so didn't understand why he would drug her. Is that right?
Right. I mean, it made no sense to her, and she was really pretty, sexually wild, and she was willing to go along with anything, and it didn't make any sense.
Well, I'm still very disturbed. What I cannot figure out, and I kind of wish this was the Behavior Bureau, but maybe you can answer this. I don't understand when someone's in a consensual relationship.
Yeah, why
if the object?
Yes.
I don't get it. I'm struggling with it. I need an answer.
People. Listen.
Why drug someone?
First of all, let's just say we can't corroborate any of the stories. This is Charlotte's reporting. We can't corroborate reporters independently.
Why allegedly drug someone?
But Right. There are people that have fetishes about people being asleep, and there are people that do things that they don't want to see people to see when they're awake. I'm just that's just in my clinical experience. I don't have any notion of this being anything to do with these cases. Do you have any sense why he might, if he did in fact drug these women, why he would have done so?
You know, I just have to assume that maybe he got excited over the idea of a woman being out. I mean, I really don't know.
I want to show my panel a fascinating interview we found from 1991. Bill Cosby was on CNN promoting a book. He tells an interesting story. Take a look.
Spanish fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish fly.
That's right.
And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, no, it was on the head of a pin. And you put it in a drink.
Coca-Cola. Don't matter.
It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and
she's yours.
Hello, America.
Hello, America. So they got this nigga on tape talking about how he's drugging women, and they just let him go home. And for those of you saying that he wasn't supposed to be prosecuted, bitch, it was a technicality from back in the day. It wasn't that he was innocent. It was a technicality. A lot of murderers and rapists have gone home off a technicality. So I'm going to send you to the back of the room so you can have a seat as well. Y'all, I'm getting ready to call on y'all. I'm over the fact that we have to jump up here and say what it is when it's right in your face. They're going home, y'all, and y'all need to go ahead and get ready for Robert Kelly to come home, because he's coming home too. They sending these people home, letting you know that that Dusties are a protected class. And when I say Dusties are a protected class, I mean exactly what I say. They have special privileges even over white men. Period, point blank. Zephyr, please jump in, hun. I guess she walked away. Elle, it's on you.
Hey everybody. I would say I'm shocked, but I'm kind of not. But I am shocked that he got released early because he need to stay his perverted, crazy ass in there.
Do
I
you
can't
know
stand him.
he's been snatching pussy since before you and I were even born, and I'm in my 40s. That's a long time. That means he can't be punished. And I'm gonna get on Felicia Rashad ass in a second. That
Girl,
old
I
bitch.
used to love her. What the fuck she talking about? What's she doing? Kate, she went and got her cape, put her cape on. That's what
I'm going to drag that old bitch in a couple minutes after we get through with Bill Cosby's stinking ass. Girl.
And who was that talking about some, we was some hating 304s, 304s mean hoes. You is a dumb, hating ass, nothing ass hoe. Why you bring your ass over here? Get your ass out of here. If you feel like we some hating ass hoes, you can't hate on some shit that's real.
I honestly believe that be Dusty's creating them profiles. You got the mammies usually don't try to come up here, but Dusty's the past couple of weeks they've been over here trying to, see what it smell like, and bring your ass if you want to, because I'm a supporter of Derek Chauvin. Okay, let's just start right there. But y'all, this is just saying that they won't be punished for anything that they do to you. So I advise you to keep distance between you and anything that got a shit log between their legs, because they're not even getting long enough sentences when they're found guilty of murdering you. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is some dangerous ass shit. And when this was sent to me, I thought I had to do the fact check, because I'm like, nah, it's only been 2 years. And he got 3 to 10 years. How is he out? This motherfucker throwing up the peace sign. He's home, y'all. Home. Coco Fit, you there?
Hey, ladies. Ooh,
Hey.
I have no words for this bullshit. Like, I really don't. And not only am I angry, I'm concerned. I am deeply concerned, because it's like there's not going to be any consequences for the actions of this so-called now protected class. It's like they'll be able to get away with all this fuckery, assaulting us. They're killing us. It's like almost what black femicide said, it's like 700 black women, girls have been murdered already this year since January 1st. And we're
Yes.
only going into July. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then when they do go to prison, I mean, they don't go for a long time. They don't stay
No.
there.
That
So
boy, man, or whatever you want to call this idiot, Bill Cosby, he got over 60 allegations and he did 2 years. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So literally he could walk up on anybody, do what the fuck he want, and that's just is what it is. So that makes Bill Cosby very, very dangerous because he's not going to be punished for anything he does. And like someone in the comment section said, he's been doing this for half a century.
about as old as my ass is. Shit, I'm almost a half a century old. And I mean, can you imagine like being in existence for this long and living all this time and knowing that this piece of shit did what he did for your entire existence being on this earth? Like it just I can't even I'm just at a loss of words right now. And then the mammy, and on top of that, that's just adding insult to injury at this point. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Listen to the clusterfuck, okay? So you got the pro-black community who said that they were trying to take a black man down. The system was trying to take a black man down, referring to Bill Cosby. So the same system that put him in there, okay, let him out early. Don't you need to support that system now? They let your boy out early. So they in the middle of a quandary because they having to talk on two different, sides of their mouth. The same system that you said wasn't doing the black man right, they let this motherfucker out early. So can I hear a little word on that? Or are you still going to be talking about oppression? And on top of everything else, there's a couple of points I need to make. It was your preference that put you in there. I didn't hear anything about that. Okay, you let a black woman drop one of these sodas and you're going to hear about that shit for all 2020, 2021. They put him up in the hotel for 2 years. You don't hear anything about that. The state hotel. Okay, they are talking out of 5 sides of their mouths right now. All I know is this: your ass is in danger, sis. If you stay around them, y'all need to divest quickly. Misty, are you ready, honey?
And strap
Yeah.
up. Strap.
Can y'all
up.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Misty.
You know what you said, what I was thinking. I was thinking how the majority is women are their preferences, but any other time they're sweet, they're innocent, they're feminine. So you're going against your preference. Like, which one is it? Either these women are perfect, sweet little angels that need to be protected, or they out to get him. Like, which one is it? Are they out to get the black man, or are they just perfect? Like, which one is it? And I also another thing that kind of made me mad more than him actually being released is I was watching another divested YouTuber this evening, and she showed some of the comments on one of like the Instagram posts. Ti of all people comment.
You
He
got
said,
me fucked up. Are you serious?
I was like, not Ti. Like, if I was him, I would be quiet right about now. They definitely gonna be looking for this team, a lawyer to come, try to get him out too. But like you said, R. Kelly is next, and then probably Ti. I'm pissed at the response from all of these people on my Facebook are saying, "Oh well, if you think that he should have stayed, then unfriend me." I'm like, okay, I'll unfriend. Like, clearly you dusty. I'm pissed.
I wouldn't have a friend in the world if somebody said, unfriend me if you don't agree with the Bill Cosby situation. Bitch, I'll close this whole goddamn Facebook down. You motherfuckers are dangerous. You're dangerous and you're deviant. You don't like anything that's supposed to be beautiful about sex. You want to take the pussy. You want to be pedophiles. You want to do some extra shit and add letters onto the so-called multi-lettered mafia. You're doing too much. You're doing too much and you're just toxic. And what about the girls that have been touched? You always asking why they don't report. Because, motherfucker, nobody's going to go to jail for it. That's why they don't report. So they got to go back to that same community where they accuse somebody and do what? Be a pariah? Be made fun of? Be attacked again, for God's sakes? You know what I mean? Welcome, Chanel.
Hey, I just wanted to I'm confused as to if it's America with free kids, how is it that they keep walking free?
Because they have special privileges that nobody else on this
I
planet
thought
does.
I thought this was America. I thought that it was white supremacy. I thought that they were trying to take the black man down. But it seems that when I look into entertainment, all these black men are just have these looming charges over their heads, and they just live their lives like it's golden.
Your audio is doing some crazy shit, babe.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but sometimes it speeds up and then it goes
It's
away.
choppy.
Yeah, it crackles and that kind of stuff.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Go out and come back in.
Okay.
But yeah, hey Aisha, welcome to the panel.
Hi, DZ. Hi, ladies. What I don't understand is why are the mammies celebrating this? If
Because they
this
want their
man,
coochie snatched with their stupid ass.
yeah, like if this man could get away with doing this to 60 white women, what does that mean for you? You don't have the same level of protection that they do. So why would you celebrate this? Like, of all the things to celebrate, the mammies just continue to take a L. I don't know why they let this piece of shit out. I hope he drops dead of a heart attack. I don't know. I hope somebody runs up on him and blams him. Where's the cop me when you need one? All of that. I can't believe this.
I was hoping he died before he got out of jail because he old as shit. And I think he's getting ready to turn 84. But you saw on the little clip I just played, he said he been after it since he was 11, and he's gonna be after it to the day he dies, according to him. Well, since he still has a pulse, you better watch watch your belt so he don't snatch at it. And I'm inclined to believe that his wife was part of it. She's
Of course.
way too comfortable with this motherfucker doing this for 50 years, and all these women come. I'm inclined to believe, and I could be wrong, that she was tiny before Tiny was tiny. You get what I'm saying? With
She had
T.I.
to be. She had to be.
Welcome to the panel, Trinity.
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Yeah, this is really disgusting. Am I surprised about it? No, because like you said, black men are a protective class. And I remember I was around like in the 4th grade when he was like trending all over ABC America and stuff like that, where the women were like coming out. This was like a few years ago. And it is what it is. Like, this is the same community that protected Robert Kelly. You had Drea Kelly, who pretended to be innocent, but I'm sure she was behind it as well. This is, so when black people are saying, oh, well, I'm so glad that he's out, all it is just, them thanking Zaddy or whatever for, letting a black man be able to do what he want to do in America.
Yeah,
What
the
I'm saying?
flaunting right now is confusing to me because you niggas didn't get him out. The white man let him out. So I think that since you're celebrating, you probably should pop some champagne and say thanks to Zaddy, because Zaddy took and let him up out of
And
there.
another thing too is, like someone was saying earlier, these are the preference, and the fact that these men say, oh, these women are just so much better, they're nicer, they're sweeter. Well, if they're all these great things, wouldn't you treat them better? But they're not doing that. He has done this to so many white women, and I think a few black women, but mostly white women. You know what I'm saying? So this community is just degenerate. This community is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? 60% of black women report their sexual abuse, that has happened to them and stuff. And it's like, it's obviously more of us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just cannot stand black women. I'm not going to call them mammies. I'm not going to call them out their name. I'm going to call them what they are. They are black women, and they are pathetic, and they sit here all on social media begging like Taraji P. Henson, looking like a clown, saying that they need black men, but then they say that we're the most unprotected and disrespected. Bitch, which one is it? Pick one.
So let's get on this old bitch Felicia. I used to love this woman to pieces. When I was a little girl, I used to look up to her. It's like, yeah, when I grow up, I'm gonna be like her. But they say never meet your goddamn heroes. So this stupid ass bitch, Felicia Rashad, comes out and says, finally, a terrible wrong has been righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Are you serious? Well, some people that think like us wasn't having the shit. And let me tell you, I don't appreciate her working at a college right now with this mindset. I don't. So it says Claire Huxtable would hate you for supporting a serial rapist. Do you understand? Okay, that's a fact. Horrible example you're setting for Rudy, Vanessa, Sandra, and Denise. Horrible. As long as you're rich enough, you can get away with rape. Do you believe that, Felicia? Another one said, "Bye, Felicia." Whispers tearfully, "Bye, Felicia." Don't forget to go when you leave at Felicia Rashad. Everybody was dragging her motherfucking ass. Everybody. Are y'all aware of that show This Is Us that she's on? Is she on a show right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll be emailing them tonight. Let's keep going. Fuck the bullshit. And she was thinking what I was thinking, this woman here. And she says, I love at Felicia Rashad, but Howard needs to remove her because the safety of the students there. Okay, defending a man who admitted he drugged and raped women. So yeah, I'm done with her. I'm done with Tiny. I'm done with Carrie Hilson. I'm done with all these stupid ass bitches. Where's the Mammy Monsoon coming from? Where's it coming from, y'all? Did I miss something? Did I oversleep? What the fuck is happening here?
It's the conditioning. It's the conditioning, the brainwashing, and then they act like they can't change their minds by looking at what has happened to them and what's happening around them. They act like they can't see and then stop and then change their thinking and change their expectations. It's cognitive dissonance at its finest.
Y'all know how
I
the
think it's
mammy
something else too.
y'all know how the mammy say, I can't think like that because I got black brothers. I have black sons. I have black this. I have black that. You don't see anybody doing that for you. These niggas out here and these women out here happy that he got off. And they're not saying, well, I can't be happy about that because I got sisters and aunts and my mom, and they're not doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be happy. I got a vagina. Sorry.
I
mean,
swear.
I think something else is going on. I think she's on the right track where there's this brain washing, decades of brainwashing. But I'm beginning to think a part of the protected class thing. I think there are some people in the media who've decided, I don't know, I don't sit at that table, very few people sit at that table, who've decided to protect them. They don't report all the garbage that they do, okay? And I think behind the scenes, they are truly protecting these guys because somebody's getting paid somehow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we just simply live in a black male worshiping culture. It's just as simple as that. We live in a black male worshiping culture. This community is very misogynistic. Any topic that we can talk about, it's rooted in misogyny and anti-black womanness and black male worship. A black man is able to molest all the kids on the block and no one say anything because they don't want to see the black man go to jail. Let a black woman sit here and say, oh, little boy, you gonna be my boyfriend, which is disgusting. But the community would drag that bitch to shreds, right? You know what I'm saying?
She'll be all scraped up on her back. Won't be able to get a job or nothing. But these niggas can do whatever the fuck they want. And the problem is we co-sign the shit. We co-sign it.
Yeah.
What I don't oh, go ahead, Trinity. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. What I was gonna say is, like, even if we look at the Ma'Khia Bryant situation, they justify that child's death. But when it comes to that monkey, he's just so innocent, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'm not supposed to say certain words.
You all good. We're gonna be all right.
But like when it comes to him, they bring up racism. They weaponize skin pigmentation. They weaponize and hide behind everything to make this man a victim. But when it came to that little girl who called the police on her own because she needed protection and she got that knife to protect herself from two grown mammies, then the whole black community said that her death was justified. And that's
of course they did. Of course they did. They hate black girls and women. That's it. That's really the bottom line. They don't like you. And then the fact of the matter is a lot of these mammies are trying to get them to like them to no avail. There's nothing that you can do as a black woman to get that community to advocate for you or even like to see you coming. Period.
And that's when I was done with the black community. When her situation happened, I was finished with the black community. That's when I was done. I was done. I was sick to my stomach. I was done. I was done. Period.
What I don't understand is I think Pill got convicted first and everybody was upset. And they were like, what about Harvey Weinstein? Then when Harvey Weinstein got convicted and he's serving his prison sentence, everyone was like, oh, this is fair. This is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, got to put him behind bars. Now that he's getting out, everyone's like, oh, yes, this is fair. This is what's supposed to happen. So which is it? Which is it? Do we want them to be in prison or not? And I know it's a race thing. I know they just want
different
the
for
white
black
men to
people.
go away, but not them. Yep, of course.
For
it
black
is.
people, justice is just letting them go because in their mind,
Yep.
the system is like it.
He didn't do nothing.
People, it's been R. Kelly, it's been Kodak Black, it's been Bill Cosby. It's how many of these men do we need to see to say, oh, you know what? Seems like these men are getting off.
Jackie
O.J.
Wilson
Simpson
did it to Patti LaBelle. I don't know if y'all know who that old nigga is, but he was a singer back in the 50s and 60s. He did it to Patti LaBelle. Okay, she reported it. Nothing happened to him. Jackie Wilson to this day is a fucking legend. They don't get consequences ever.
Maybe because DZ they have weaponized. Hi everybody.
Hey.
They have weaponized the term race. They've weaponized racism.
Yeah.
But it only works for black men.
That's it.
And that's where when you hit the nail on the head, DZ, when you said that they are a protected class. That is where their protection comes from. And the mammies execute it. For them. They execute it in the streets. They execute it in the courts. They advocate for them. That is where their protection comes from.
Felicia Rashad just gave away her legacy for him. She wanted him to have a legacy so bad that she obliterated her own legacy.
But they think that it'll transfer over. Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I was just gonna say, to respond to you. I think that a lot of black women think it'll transfer over to them. I don't know. It doesn't transfer over though. They think that when we are quote unquote in this fight and we're protecting the black men, that we're protecting ourselves, but we're not because we're black women. Yeah. Black men are the ones benefiting, not us. But for some reason, they're conditioned to think that they're fighting for both of us, and that it's going to change. It doesn't. It's not transfer over.
Trickle down respect does not work.
No, it doesn't. And
it
whoever
never
thinks
worked
it does,
for
they're
us.
an idiot. They're an idiot if they think it does. It has never happened.
Oh,
never happened. And like I say all the time, if by one blue cheese moon these niggas get anything of value to their name, they are not going to share it with you. They are going to leave you in the dust. No pun intended. No pun intended. They're going to leave your ass right there, holding the bag. And I'm going to be sitting there saying, join my Patreon. I told you, bitch. It don't make no damn sense. The hell?
Yeah. Because you know what it is? All of them think they're different. All mammies, they think that they're going to be treated differently. I'm telling you, that's what it is. When we see these women that's messing with a man and he don't have shit, ain't did shit, ain't graduated high school, don't own a toothbrush, don't own a car, and he got 50 million kids and 50 million kids' moms. And then they get with him, and then they think that somehow, if they just fuck him good enough, suck him good enough, give him enough money, that she gonna get treated different. They really be thinking that. They really be falling for the okey doke. And I'm telling you, that goes back to what I was saying, the brainwashing and the willingly being in denial. Because, being in denial is a choice. You don't have to be in denial when you see some shit happening right in your face.
Right.
It's a choice. So then when you have them being in denial, feeling like they're going to be different, that's what creates, the circular motion of you running on the damn hamster wheel, not getting anywhere.
They don't have any receipts, not one, of a group of women in any decade, 50, 60, 70, they don't have any receipts of that action working. Just be submissive. Just help him with this. Help build him up. Do his resume. Do this, that, and the third. It's never worked. So for you to think it's going to work for you, I question your mental health at this point. It's never worked for any woman that was born before you, ma'am. At least not with a Dusty, it hasn't. Knock it the fuck off. Knock it off. These men.
And the thing is,
They're coming in all ages. That's what's scaring me. It's like
Yes.
when I see younger mammies, I get real paranoid. It's like, no, you got receipts out here. What's going on? What's happening? I like talking to them because I want to find out how, with all these receipts, are you still a goddamn pick me ass, mammy ass chick? What's happening? Didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, hon.
No, I was just basically agreeing with what you said, and for some reason I was hoping that maybe at some point there's going to be a critical mass of young Black women, because I really, my generation, it's too late. The ones who've divested have divested, and they're happy and healthy and wise, and the rest of them are falling off the cliff. But for the younger women, the millennials and the younger girls, there's a critical mass of them waking up to this. Hopefully they're seeing this and interpreting this as an individual and not interpreting it as the Black community would have you interpret it.
I'm seeing a little bit of progress, but my thing is it's not moving fast enough with rapists being released right in your lifetime after having 60 women say that he, touched them wrong or touched them without their permission or drugged them or whatever, being released after 2 years. So it's like, baby girl, you got to go. You got to go. I'd hate to see you, fall victim to Blackistan, but
My uncle told me about Bill Cosby when back in the 70s he would be with Robert Culp and the other frequenters of the mansion, and they would, because he was in the show I Spy with Robert Culp.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, a long time ago, and so they would do this. This is, get the Quaaludes or sedatives and give them to these women, and you have. But see, the thing about it is, Camille knew it then. That's why they had separate. My uncle was saying that's why they had separate residences. Camille was in a separate house in Massachusetts in the East Coast. He was on the West Coast. He did whatever he wanted. So Camille enabled his garbage.
Yeah.
All this time.
Yeah.
And she was a preference. I don't know.
The preferences are catching hell these days. If there's any preferences in the earshot, you better get your ass out of Blackistan too. It's no prize to be preferred by a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, and even like the light-skinned Black women, they're not even being preferred anymore. You have to be plain white, Asian, or whatever, or maybe they'll take you if you're mixed, and it's a requirement if you have a Black dad and a white mom, because I heard that they don't want the ones who got Black mamas. You know what I'm saying?
They don't.
So it is what it is.
They
And
don't.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah, if you listen to the Hotep with the big lips that's always making documentaries, he'll tell you flat out, if you're gonna get with a mixed chick, it should be with one who has a white mother. And he does not stutter over that. Flat
I
out.
can comment on that one, DZ.
Go ahead.
My daughter is half WASP, meaning it's all British. They're all British. Her father's family is all British. There was one Irish person, I think. Everybody's British, right? And she went to college and she says, Mom, the Black guy's here. She said, and she looks white. So people they get confused when they see her, but she makes it real clear. Oh yeah, my mama's Black. Let's keep it moving. But she will tell you the girls who have Black fathers, and the half Black girls, she says, Mama, they're a mess. They have been abandoned. They have daddy issues. These Black guys get them and toss them, it's like tossing a drink.
Kind of like their father did their mother.
Exactly. And
they're repeating it.
And they keep, I don't know why they just won't give up and say, hey, these guys don't want me. There's plenty of other guys, but these are biracial girls who are just still pick-me's, and they don't have to be.
Yeah, because the niggas tell them that they're better. That they're better just because they're mixed. And then they find out the hard goddamn way that he's still a nigga, whether you better or not, sis. So they end up in the same situation like the rest of the women do that give Dusties a chance or whatever you do. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all have conversations with Dusty, much less take your clothes off and lay down with his raggedy ass. I don't know how that goes down, but more power to you.
We're never going to get this straight, are we? This is never going to be solved. And the Black women and girls are just going to have to save themselves and what little sense they have left and just completely chuck the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I agree. We'll always be outnumbered by mammies. I don't think we'll live to see a time. Nobody that's in the earshot right now will see a time where the majority of Black women are divested and dating out and putting themselves first and all that shit. Because, mammies they like roaches. You spray one and then you go downstairs and you see two more of them. They spread. Okay.
Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what you guys were saying a little bit earlier about like the younger girls, starting to be more open to divestment. There are a number of us, because I'm Gen Z. So from my point of view, I do see, girls around my age starting to divest as they should.
Good.
But
thank you, Jesus.
But I don't want people to get their hopes up because unfortunately we do still have like a lot of mammies in Gen Z. Like I hate those bitches. Like I can't stand them. That's why I just don't have friends for real, and I'm fine with that. Because it's just like, I'd rather just be by myself than to just be friends with a bunch of mammies. You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of girls in my generation that will still cape for Black boys, and it's just like, my thing is that somebody in the Discord even said that we have been evolving as mammies, and I mean they have been evolving as mammies, and I just feel like since we have social media and we have proof that Black men ain't ish, right? Because I can give Black women an excuse from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, when there wasn't really social media like that for real, right? But now we have social media. So not only in real life are you hearing colorist Black men be colorist towards you, but you see it all over the internet, how they're treating Black women. So it's like, if you're still a mammy after that, then there's just no hope for you,
I'm appalled at the way they tell you to your face. The colorist bullshit was either on music or they'll say it behind your back when I was young. Now they jumping right in your face and saying you ain't shit because you're Black. Your hair is nappy. You stink. You only worth $5. You'll never be as good as this girl over here. They're saying it directly to your face, and you still have mammies. I don't know how that's possible. How those two can be true at the same time. How is it they're telling you? You don't have to believe me. They told you wasn't shit.
Right. And that's because we live in a Black male worshiping culture. That's why Black men are so cocky now. And that's why they get to talk shit in front of Black women, specifically darker skinned Black women with kinky hair and negroid features, because it is what it is, because they know that Black women are still going to be there, just like the Taraji P. Hensons of the world. Now, she may be a preference, but at the end of the day, this is why they're going to continue to be cocky the way that they are, and they're going to keep telling other Black women that they're the most desired because Black women keep making them popular and making them think that they're just all of that. So that's why they get to talk shit in our faces, because they know that Black women are going to always be there.
Wow. Thank you for the super chat, Nirvana.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
something. Excuse me, DC and ladies.
No, go ahead.
I just, as a Gen Xer, I want to apologize on behalf of the idiotic, numbskull, dull-brained, mammies
Yeah, the
that
ride or
are
die
out here.
bitches from the 90s. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
I have to give a heartfelt apology to all the millennial sisters, the Gen Zers. You guys, we're sorry because we really dropped the fucking ball. I mean, because you guys have social media now, but we lived through a lot of that shit. We've seen it with our own eyes. We've seen our family members that were baby boomers and silent generation get their ass dragged from one end of the house to the next. And we ain't
Man,
said
listen.
shit about these niggas. Nothing.
The majority of Gen X women, their grandfathers had 2 and 3 families. Hell, my grandfather had 2 families, and my grandmother knew about it and didn't
Girl,
say
no
shit. And
lies.
matter of fact, when the wake happened, y'all, I'm put this on my life. We went in to see his body. Okay, it was our family in there looking at him. Then, when our time was up, they escorted us out of the area so his other family can come in and see him. And he had had all kind of grandkids over there too. So yeah, Dusties have been fucked since day one. This is not a new phenomenon. Not a new
No,
phenomenon.
it's not. It's
Honey,
not.
exactly.
It's not. It's not.
I
was
was
just
just
gonna
gonna
say,
say,
you
my
gotta
own
see it.
father was a dusty shit. You know, and my own dad was a fucking dusty. You know, my father had kids all over the state that I grew up in and was raised in. You know what I'm saying? And my father, you know, was so dusty. He had me and my fucking mom living in the project on welfare because he didn't want to take care of us because he was married to somebody else. So we know this shit been going on for so long. This shit got to stop. That's why I felt like when I saw Taraji online giving that damn speech, I felt like jumping to the damn computer screen and choking the shit out of her.
Yeah,
Because
me
I'm like,
too.
bitch, you need to sit your ass down. Oh my God.
I'm not surprised
I'm
with
so
Taraji
disgusted right
though.
now.
How about sit down and shut the
man.
fuck up? THEE. The fuck up.
And you
Stop.
know what?
Abort mission. Stop.
Child.
And I wish she was more like Carrie Hilton, because at least Carrie spoke for herself. This woman literally got on an award show on national TV and said, "We need you. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we're gonna take back our men."
I want
Like
to
that's
snatch that Afro
embarrassing.
wig
Oh
off her damn
God.
head. I
Like
want to get
during
that
the fight
wig.
It
that
was
was meant for black women.
embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Like I got
Very
secondhand
embarrassing.
embarrassment. You know, and
I
if
just have this to say. You guys are killing me. But as an older Gen Xer, okay, and an early divester, I can say this. Yes, both my grandfathers had different families, and then I had my one grandfather who tried to get with me when I was 14, had 14 kids by my mom's mom, and then he had 6 other children throughout the marriage. And seriously, yes. So the color purple is real.
Oh yeah,
And,
hell yeah.
and the thing is, now when I divested, it was very difficult as a Gen Xer to do so, because that mammyism was your book. It was supposed to be your handbook.
Mm-hmm.
And when you didn't go by the handbook, I had people trying to sell me to folks, trying to marry me off to people because I just refused to act right. And when I tried to talk to other girls, and this is why I'm not apologetic. At 54, I will be 55 in October. I'm still cute. Here's the thing. I'm not apologetic because I tried. I talked myself blue in the face to friends, family, church members, and I got castigated for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been divested since I was 17. Shit, I talked that mess around some Gen Xers when you was in your 20s and
Thank
30s.
you.
They'll look at you like you got 3 fucking heads and 5 eyes.
And you are a white supremacist, and especially if you're just gonna walk off and marry some white dude,
Right.
oh, you're completely out. You are thrown out of the community. And I was like, thank you, bye-bye, while I was in the air being thrown. Thank you,
yeah,
bye-bye.
you're self-hating. You hate black men. You're a white
Yeah.
supremacist. You want zaddy and all this other extra stuff. It's like whatever, okay. And like you as a woman, if you're heterosexual, why are you so worried about what another woman does with her body? Now listen, when we tell black women to divest, it's just for the betterment. But when y'all tell us to stay with black men, it's simply just because these men are black. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any requirements for these men.
They celebrate
Misery
their
loves
ass off.
company.
They do. You know what too though? The Gen Xers that are apologizing, I appreciate the apology that they're giving to the younger girls, because they was on some bullshit. Now check this out though. You think the Gen Xer apology is gonna be sad? Wait until the Gen Zers get to be our age and have to apologize while they had receipts in front of their face.
Oh God.
That's gonna be a mess.
Look, you're stupid as hell.
Ooh, child.
Social media receipts.
Mess.
Social media receipts too, because I saw a 19-year-old black woman crying on TikTok because why don't you black men love us? What? Why do you care? Why do you care?
Like, where are her parents?
Black women are the
Well,
only.
probably
I don't know. Why do you care?
Black women are the only group of people on this planet that values black men's opinion. Nobody else cares about black men and what black men think. That's why no one hires them.
Yeah.
This is why if they do hire them, they're not in the board meeting room. They're not. You know
They
what I'm
sweeping
saying?
the floor, goddamn
That
it.
exactly.
Janitor.
Or they're working at the desk like a woman. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like nobody values black men but black women because we live in a black man worshiping culture. But when black men walk outside of the black community, then that's why they always bring up racism and this, that, and the third because they're not used to not getting their way. They get to get away with everything in the black community. They get to run amok in the community. They get to rape. They get to rob. They get to steal. They get to torturize the women and children and other black men, but still get called kings after all of that and still get to be generalized as all kings. You know, you see how funny that is? Like they all are generalized as kings, but then when you sit here and say that black men ain't shit, then it's like, oh, don't generalize black men. Just talk about some of them.
Trinity.
I know what they are kings of.
I don't mean to cut y'all off. I don't mean to cut y'all off. I told y'all they are obsessed with us. I got some trying to get in the back room. We got us a Dusty named Say No to Bed Winching trying to get up here. I'm telling you.
Say yes to bed winching. Bed
I
winching
don't
is
understand
good.
why are they never at work? Why are they always in women's spaces? Just go get a job.
I told y'all, mammies, just pretend to be divested and they'll come sniffing at your STD crotch in a heartbeat. Welcome to the panel, Yellow Box.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
I'm so excited. Okay, I think I'm newly divested, and it's just so exciting to be here. I'm Gen Z too, like the other girl that's on here, and she is so right. The girls our age, I'll be true about it. I think that there are a lot more than that are in any other like age group that are divested, but there's still so many mammies. I'm in college, and when I first went to college, you want to be, or at least I did. It was before I was really divested. I wanted to be around our people. I wanted to be around Black women because I went to a PWI, and there are just so many mammies in those groups. Like they will just, I don't know, they will just justify every single thing that they do. There will be women there talking about how wrong they get done by those, I don't even know what to call them. I don't want to say Black men. They're not men. And while still saying that that's all they want to be with, which is crazy because I go to a PWI around so many beautiful men that are of all different types of races, and all they want are the ones that want the like white women and the Asian women and like are not even checking for you. And it's just crazy.
They're pathetic.
They
So
are.
sad to see. It's like looking at somebody trying to lick water off the ground. It's like, damn, she's thirsty.
Yes.
Yellow Box, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course you can.
So are you on TikTok?
Yes, girl.
So how do you feel, because I just want to ask you like a conversation, like how do you feel like when some of these Black girls will get on TikTok, make videos and trying to like talk down on other Black women who have a preference for white guys and say that we're just so desperate for white men and that it's embarrassing, yet they will sit here and make one video or actually a few videos about how Black men treated them like shit and how Black men said that they're too dark and they're ugly and they're not desirable. But then they'll sit here and make another video the next day and like beg Black men to find them attractive and that they really want to be with a Black man. So it's like they're kind of hypocritical. So how do you feel about
before you answer, Yellow Box, somebody got a divested bird in the back chirping away and they trying to get in. They trying to get in. To tell your bird to chill before we make some hot wings out of him.
Oh my gosh.
I want to say shout out to Trinity for using my word torturize. I like that.
Oh my goodness. Well, it used to make me sad before I was divested, but now it just makes me laugh. And I'll always comment and respond back about, especially if I do see videos where they're literally begging for male attention. Like, you're a woman. First of all, you should never have to beg for that. That's just crazy. That should tell you something's wrong right there. But I'll always comment that it's just a preference, because if they can have their preference, why can't we? And have you seen white men? Like, how can you not prefer them. That's crazy to me. I have never been. I think that was why it was so easy for me to divest when I first actually like realized what it was, because I've never really preferred BM like turds. Like I've never loved that. I've always been like, even my family members now will tell me, "Oh, I always knew you were going to be with a white guy," like since I was younger. And I was like, "Dang, well, y'all should have told me earlier because I've been wasting time."
And
Like,
that's funny that you brung that up too, because like when I, last year I was on TikTok and I was seeing the bullshit for what it was. I started to find black men unattractive. And growing up, I was never boy crazy anyways. But like, and I was kind of like divested anyways, like, or swirling. Like I found any man attractive because that's just how I was raised. I wasn't raised to be a mammy, which is good. But it's just like I stopped finding black men attractive altogether, and I used to think something was wrong with me. Like I thought that, I started kind of beating myself up about it mentally. I was like, is something wrong with me? Oh my God, I have self-hate issues. Like, but then it's just like, nah, fuck it. It is what it is. If black men get to have a preference, why can't I?
I think we are so similar. I didn't like, and maybe it was because I was always in the black community. I didn't like my first boy until I was like in the 12th grade, like, which I think is really late because all my friends were liking guys earlier. And the first few guys that I did like were not blacks. And I used to think there was something wrong with me
Hey,
too.
Yellow Box, cut your TV off in the back. Something's going down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Can you hear it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's going in. That was the divested bird I was talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to?
No, you're good. I can't hear it now.
Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, I used to think something was wrong with me too, because you grow up with that all the time, like only black men, nothing but black men. So when that's not your preference, you always feel like something's wrong with you. But now I realize that was not true.
I
So
mean,
that's
like
good.
my preference. Okay, okay. I did have a preference, which was dark skinned black boys, but
And I was disgusted with that, Trinity.
I know.
And you
I
and
know
you and Yellow Box need to get on Discord and do the goddamn thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take up too much time. Let me
do your thing, babe.
No, what I was gonna say is that I did have a preference for dark skinned black boys. Nobody told me to. My grandmother didn't tell me to. I know that's disgusting, but that was just my preference at the time. But I wasn't boy crazy, and I liked the other races of dudes as well. But it's just, I don't know. Like I dated one, he was disrespectful as hell. That's a different story. But it is what it is. But I officially just stopped finding them attractive altogether last year, and then I had joined a pro-black Pan-African group. Oh my God, that's a whole different story.
Lord.
Jeez, come on.
Oh my God, I've been through a lot, y'all. But yeah.
I was gonna say earlier, you guys, I feel like I'm so optimistic about this though, because when I was Trinity's age, I mean, we grew up in the same place, and I look at how she's able to articulate everything, but I was just gaslit to death into, thinking that it was me. But now we got all these women on here, and it's awesome. We can talk, we can support each other. Another YouTuber, even though she don't call herself divested, she got all these dusties shook. She had a white man come on. Y'all know the story. Like all of that. They
Speaking of
taken.
y'all, listen, who's ever trying to dox her or see her or do whatever you're trying to do, you fucking wrong for that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. All the shit the manosphere says, we need to start with them. If y'all want to hurt some damn body, y'all please leave that girl alone and let her do her thing before we get somebody involved. We'll just leave that right there. Stupid motherfuckers.
Mad. They are mad because she exposed them. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Somebody wanted to know what was Pan-Africanism. Basically, Pan-African is just basically like a extreme hotep, like pro-black. It's like pro-black times 10. It's like basically the black KKK, but that's a whole different video for that.
It ain't nothing but
I think I need to get us T-shirts. Shut up, Taraji T-shirts. Just wear out. Because I'm really glad for this forum, and I'm so freaking happy to hear the younger ones here, because I'm sick and tired of DZ. A lot of women our age now. I'm 10 years on you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, a lot of Gen X black women, if you really think about it, they look pretty tore down.
They tired as fuck. Do you understand that they are mules? All they're missing is a saddle. You can look in their eyes and see that it has been a long fucking road. And the thing is, they're not tired enough to give up. This is why they end up with diabetes, hypertension, getting their fucking foot cut off because what they call in the hood the sugar.
The sugar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The sugar.
They
yeah.
fucked up. They're fucked up. It's pitiful to look at. It's like I can't even keep eye contact with them because it's the sorrow. It's just such a bad energy.
You feel bad for them. And you just say, oh, here's another motto. If you don't want to look bad, pick Brad. I don't know.
Oh my God, that's
I
awesome. We
love
need to put that on some t-shirts.
Yes, I'm telling you, t-shirts. I got ideas here.
Somebody was talking about like diabetes and stuff and the foot getting cut off. When I was little, you know, Black people used to tell me all the time that, oh, well, the reason why we got so much, you know, health issues is because just the bloodline in our family, because we get it from family members and stuff.
No,
but
it comes
but
from
it's the food.
red velvet cake, fried chicken wings, cornbread with extra sugar in that shit. I even
And,
seen
eating a whole bunch of meat, eating a whole bunch
Yes.
of meat and shit. That's where that shit comes from. If you don't eat that shit, you ain't gonna get it. I wish people would stop saying that. Oh, we're running the family. No, it don't. Y'all bad, fucked up ass diets running a family. Dumb.
Oh,
Well-
here it is, y'all. Here it is, y'all. Mammies, if you stop eating that sweet ass cornbread, you won't lose your feet, and then you can still get them raggedy pedicures that y'all get at the Asian Mart. Anyway, go ahead. Thank you,
That's
Flyaway.
right.
Thank you, Flyaway, for the super chat.
Why is it raggedy?
Because you know they got all them damn studs and shit on it.
Ugh, you're right. And the crazy colors on their nails with the rhinestone. Ooh.
And because they're the only person working in their home, they have to get the dead skin taken off with a damn cinder block and an axe. That dead shit be thick because they work 16 hours a day to make sure that Dusty can lean back in that raggedy ass Chevy.
And I hate
all while wearing a bonnet. Okay.
Right. And I hate when I have to, you know, when I go to the nail salon, I, you know, relax with my grandma. We get our nails done. Then you got some mammy coming in with her fake Louis Vuitton bag and just talking real loud on the phone. Just being, I mean, it is ridiculous. Like they like you can't even relax.
Welcome to the stream, Blue Ivy. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Blue Ivy. Ruby Ivy.
Hi, this is my first time. Can you hear me?
I can, and you sound crisp, and add to it, girl. Do your thing.
All right, thank you. This is my first time here, and I'm very happy to be here. I kind of look at the Taraji P. Henson situation as a way to kind of combat what the divested women are saying, because we are making waves, if you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if more celebrity mammies come out talking about we love our Black men and this and that and the other, because it is embarrassing. It really.
Why don't they ever have one though? Carrie and that Taraji single like a goddamn dollar bill.
Alfred Woodard is not.
Facts.
Alfred Woodard is older than both of us, and she's been married to that guy, that white dude, forever.
They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Black women and white men have the most successful rate of marriage. Now, that's a number. That's a stat. That's a fact. Do you know I would be called a white supremacist if I say that shit in certain circles?
I'm putting it in the book. So.
I mean, well, you will get called a white supremacist for pretty much anything if you uplift a white person or specifically a white man, you know? So it is what it is, you know?
I know how to throw their ass in left spear. How about I lift up the white people that let Bill Cosby out today? They'll be stuck with their mouth open. How about I lift them up? Am I going to be a white supremacist then? Because you kind of happy that they did that.
I mean, they gonna be mad when they let Harvey Weinstein out. I mean, I already see it coming.
Well, I know R. Kelly packing his bags right now. He putting his toothbrush and his lube and all kind of shit in his bag because he know he getting ready to right. He getting ready to go get a new set of cornrows from his bunkmate, and he's ready to go.
Oh,
not his lube.
Don't forget about the toys, because you know.
Disgusting.
I can't, y'all. I'm done. I've been done for a lot of years. It's just every time I open up my laptop, it's another reason to spark this motherfucker up and drag every last one of these bitches in Blackistan. I swear to God.
DZ, we gonna have to we gonna have to drag Jasmine Sullivan, because I listened to her little album, a piece of her album today, and I had to turn it off because she was on there saying dumb shit, talking about, you know, if your naker doing this, doing that, I think she was saying either cater to him or
what?
I gotta look at the lyrics real quick and I'll be right back. But she was saying some shit, and then her and Ari Lennox got that song called Sit on It, Spit on It, or some shit. I said, what the fuck
Ari
is
Lennox
going
is a real
on?
mammy.
Why would you what is the fucking obsession? I don't get it.
Again, two single mammies sitting up here cyber slurping and putting their mouth around the tip and sliding it all the way to the base for a nigga that's not checking for you. I mean, they got balls sitting at the tip of their lips because they done went down on them so goddamn hard. But ain't nobody checking for them.
Yeah, it's always the most single women. That's like, I've noticed that too. Like the women who are like married, they're mammies, but they're not like mammies and mules. The ones who are single, like Ari Lennox and Carrie Houston, it's like they sit here and say that black men are their soulmates, like Taraji, but it's like, didn't your king leave you and your son when you were like 26? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, none of you women are married to black men. Y'all don't have families with them. And it's like, you're saying that they understand you, but it's like, okay, well, if they understand you, how come you're still single? You know what I'm saying? So clearly y'all don't have that much in common.
When Jasmine Sullivan first came out, they were calling her all kind of fat bitches. She can sing, but she a big girl.
They even accused her of bleaching her skin when she dropped all that weight.
Oh my God. They don't want you to lose weight because you might become attractive to somebody that ain't a nigga.
They always do that.
hate us.
I remember that. I remember that they were saying that she was bleaching her skin and she got a nose job, but it's like,
Same
just
thing about SZA too.
yeah, and then it's just like, well, a second ago you were saying that these Negroid features wasn't that cute. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's light skinned like Sweetie, then it's okay for you to have a fat nose. But other than that, it's, you know, y'all were just talking about these features at first, but now you want to pretend like you care. Like you're like,
The
y'all
black
need to stop
community
doing
is
that.
nothing but hypocrisy. From every subject, every industry that they're involved in, it's just nothing but hypocrisy. The same rules do not apply for them as it does for you. If since you're such social justice warriors, why don't you start by fighting for yourself, your rights, not the collective? Because the collective don't give a fuck about you, baby girl.
Is there a collective though?
I mean, shit. Whenever somebody put they knee on somebody's neck, the collective shows up. So you know.
But those
I
are the
don't know.
church mammies. I think a lot of them, you know, when you go to church, when you go to any something Baptist church, Black Baptist church, you'll see a whole bunch of black women in there. And they all look kind of sad. and then you think, are these the women who are going out marching? Yes. Are these the women who are advocating for them in the justice system? Yes.
Them girls from HBCU do that shit too. They are guilty for stepping out. Every time somebody chips Tyrone's nail, here they come. Thank you, love son, for the super chat. Every time they make him stub his toe, here come the bitches that's studying Black women in America studies to come and stomp the yard.
So basically, mammies made them who they are. Mammies gave them the strength that they have, that the little strength that they do have. And I think that's why they hate it so much, because they depend on those mammies to stay where they are.
When y'all
And
get
the
up,
That's why they
mammies-
don't want us to divest.
Exactly. And the mammies, hey, misery loves company. And the more people to wear out their sneakers. Somebody asked me one shooting, are you going to go out and march? I said, well, I'm going to march down to Starbucks. I'm going to put my sneakers on the thing and get a frappuccino. And I'm going to watch all the marchers going through.
And then I'm gonna get my nails done. That's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you.
Yeah, get a massage.
Thank you. I mean, that's where their power comes from. That is why the media is afraid to really touch them. Okay? It's
the mammies?
Yeah, the mammies gave them their strength, the only strength that they have. They have no financial strength. Okay, they have no political strength, not really, except
No
performative.
The only real power that they have is to threaten to get somebody's job taken by calling them a racist, and a myriad
There
of
you
things
go.
can get you called a racist.
Yes,
There
that
you
is
go.
so true.
There you
I was
go.
gonna say that I agree with that so much. I think sorry, I forgot her name again. The other Gen Z, or since she's on TikTok Lock, she probably sees this too. But you will see every time you see like a quote unquote, sometimes they're not racist, like a racist white person that's doing something that gets their job taken from them. It's always a Black woman that's heading like that little movement, and that's why they have so much quote unquote power. Is because anytime anybody tries to say something to them, white person, a Black woman, anybody, they're called racist, and they just quiet us down. And now they have all these like crazy white liberals on their side too, that's like helping to push the movement, and it makes me so mad because I'll be on TikTok dang near arguing with 10 white people about me being racist when I say anything about Black men. I'm like, I'm in the Black community. How you gonna tell me?
Right.
Like, out of this
And I
community.
hate that. I hate that. Like when I see those videos of Black women just saying, speaking up for Black men, I just scroll at this point. Like it's just like, bitch, I'm not gonna watch this. You're not gonna be a part of my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. You're on TikTok, so it's like I don't know if you heard that audio before, but it's this Black woman saying that, oh well, this might sound controversial, but doctors are to Black women what police are
I
to
heard
Black men.
that was on.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
No.
They make
And I
me
was-
sick.
Yeah.
They make me
No.
sick.
Yeah.
That is not right. That is not true. And yes, there's a systemic issue. We understand that, but that is not true. A lot of times, and I've seen it, Black women, they come in here and they have been mulled over. I mean, and they have put their health to the back burner. Okay, no preventative care. Okay, nothing. And when they come in, some of them are like almost dead in the ER. Okay,
Right.
and sometimes it's a Dusty that just rolls them out of the car and drives on.
It's true. It's true.
And so I hate it, but my mother's dead because of my Emperor Dusty father. Okay, and so and if she's being beat up, he beat her up. She's sitting there with a big eye and she's looking down, and I'm like, sis, please.
Y'all, I gotta tell you this, and I might sound like a real bed wench, so I need to go ahead and say it because I love being a bed witch. Bed witch gang gang. I want for there to be a heavy increase in divested women, but I can't wait till we get to the point when it comes to white folks being called racist, where they start saying, and that's racist what you said.
And
they need to
Now
take back
what?
their power.
Exactly. I can't believe I've seen so many white people who like built this country
Just
like bowing
kissing
down
white
to
black
these
people's
people.
They have cowed down, and the mammies gave the Dusties that power. It's DZ is absolutely right. All they got is flick their fingernail. Go tell a mammy. She'll get an army of mammies. They're all going to the courthouse.
An army?
Yes, an army of mammies. And they are going to make these Black men feel like Canes of pain.
So what you
Y'all,
telling
it's
me?
DZ, y'all. DZ.
So what you telling me? I need to leave
D
America.
motherfucking Z.
What?
Girl, these are okay. So I've been looking while y'all been talking. I told you that song I heard. I didn't get to hear the whole damn thing, but the little pieces I heard, I was pissed off. Girl, the lyric is way fucking worse than the little shit I heard. Look. She says he lived with his mama, but I treat him like a king.
I can't.
Every time he come around, he got me acting like a fiend. When he be asking me for money, I can never tell him no. And when he say he want to see me, I drop everything and go. I know he makes me look cray. I do whatever he say. Tell me the time and the place. He know that I'm on my way. Give him the keys to my car. He bring it back tomorrow. I got whatever he need, long as he give me that D. Oh God, girl,
that has got to be a joke.
Oh, I can't.
It gets worse.
That's a real song.
Jasmine Sullivan. So remember, I told you I was listening to her album earlier, and when I heard the little piece of that part, I turned it off and I didn't listen to the whole song. But now I just looked up the lyrics, and it gets worse on the second verse.
And they're complaining about the WAP song. They're complaining about that.
Because the only
Oh, and
time
then
they
the part where I was saying, she was saying if he put it down, trick on your nigga. If he hitting it good, trick on your nigga. If he swinging that wood, trick on your nigga. If he wanna make you say woo, then you know what to do. I spent my last cause the D-bomb and he wake me up like an alarm. My bitches tell me to stay calm, but it's so big, call him King Kong.
Oh my God.
BBC is a myth. Shut
I
up.
think
I'm sick of them.
I think that this is like an agenda. Like they know that Black women listen to these women, you know, like Ari Lennox and stuff and Jasmine Sullivan. And it's like there's an agenda because they know that a lot of us are divesting out and they want to put this music and this propaganda in our heads so that
Thank you, sweet girl. Thank
you know what I'm saying? Oh, and to the person who didn't know my name, I'm Trinity, by the way. But yeah.
Hey, Trinity.
Thank you.
Yeah, they trying to program y'all because I listen to 80s rock. That's it. 80s fucking rock. That's it. So
are you a Def
80s
Leppard?
rock was the shit. It was a lot of good songs in the 80s and some part of the 90s. 80s rock is the shit, though.
Cool. Thank you, TT, for the super chat.
There is an agenda. That's what I mean. The mammy agenda.
That's why I'm saying that why Taraji P. Henson coming out talking about come home black men. They know we divesting, and that's why they trying to come out and be like, hey, you know, we need you to stay here with us. No, I'm not gonna stay with y'all.
Shit.
This is working. I'm telling y'all, all this divestment and all the work that you're doing, DZ, is other YouTubers that I ain't never seen before talking about divestment. This shit is working.
I'm loving it because let me tell y'all why I even started this channel. It's like because we don't have a lot of people out here. It's just a handful of us, y'all. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and get in. I've been watching divestment forever, but I wanted to cuss a little bit harder than a lot of people was cussing. I said it's not enough F-bombs being dropped. Give me the mic. Hand me that mic real quick. So yeah, I'm glad that we're expanding. I am. And we're paving a way for younger girls that are 4, 5, 6 years old right now. So when they're teenagers, it's like, nigga, what? What do you mean? Why are you talking to me? I don't fuck with niggas. Next.
Right.
Yeah.
When they DM me, I'm like, bitch, you're not I don't date your kind. I don't date men that look like you. Like, get out my DM.
That's exactly how I sound. I can't believe you even tried it looking like that. Go away. But I do want to say, DV, it is working because like I said, I'm new to this. But when I discovered your channel, I just knew I was in the right place.
Good. Never leave. If y'all get mad at me about something, go take a walk and bring your ass back. I'll be waiting. God
I'm
damn
gonna
it.
be making the t-shirts for you, DZ. I'm putting all my little things up here.
Okay.
I'm sending those t-shirts.
Okay, and then put on my Blue Lives Matter mask with it. Even if it
Yes,
ain't a pandemic,
yes.
I'm gonna wear that mask. Shout out to
Yes,
Healing
yes.
Arts. She the one that made me order the masks, and they work everywhere I go. Blue Lives Matter. So yeah, the same justice system that y'all complained about gave y'all some justice today. So I want to go ahead and see a myriad of videos with y'all praising the justice system because you got a W. And when you get a W, you got to be thankful, motherfuckers. So make a couple of videos that I can sit down and watch while I'm eating my dinner, praising the justice system. Because according to you stupid bitches, they got it right. They got it right today.
Y'all, I'm still tripping on them lyrics on that damn song. I can't believe she actually wrote this shit.
It's probably a guy who wrote that.
She started getting real
No,
popular.
she write a lot of her
recently.
own songs. She's a songwriter. I believe she wrote that.
Yeah,
I'm a
she started
songwriter too, but I
real
don't write shit
popular
like that.
recently.
What'd you say?
Somebody
I'm
having audio trouble.
I said I was a songwriter too, but I don't write some shit like that.
Yeah, because you ain't no mammy. This girl is a
Jasmine is a mammy. I don't think she was at first, but she most definitely is.
She's a master's degree prepared mammy. Apparently, with those lyrics you just dropped, that was toxic as hell.
It's
But
a
do
mental
people get them
disorder.
on the like, you know what it's like when, you know, when you get into the entertainment industry, you have to get on everybody's game. You have to, you know, everybody has to toe the same line. Is that it, maybe?
Oh, man, listen.
It's something going on. I'm telling you, because she was not popular at all until more recently when that crap came out. I think they know what to do to get attention, and she getting attention.
Who wasn't popular at all?
Jasmine Sullivan was not popping more until recently.
How
Where'd
she
she go
been
from pick
popping?
up your
Because I
feelings
used
to
to
this
play
though?
Bust the Windows Out the Car years ago. She might have took a break, but she been popping.
Yeah, she was
I
on
ain't seen
break
her
for
on no
6
one.
years. For 6 years,
You
she
said
was
what?
gone.
Yeah, she was gone for a while, but when she first came out, 08-ish, 09, she wasn't bad.
My problem is there is not a Dusty, a famous Dusty that y'all can think of right now that would claim her in public as their girlfriend, fiance, whatever. And she making
Definitely
shit
not.
like that. She making shit like that. That's irresponsible. They don't even want to be seen eating with you, sis.
Mm-mm.
They calling you all kind of fat asses. Oh, but she can sing though. They'll let you do
Mhm.
their hooks while they sing to Latinas.
I think
But
that's
you
what
know what? I
actually
take that
happened.
back. I should have known she was a mammy back then when she made that song "I'm in Love with Another Man." And then when I listened to the words, I'm like, I kind of might have been in denial back then. But when you listen to that song, she was a mammy. That's mammy shit.
Yeah, she only acted mammy parts too. And the thing is, she's a good actress, you know, but she'll never be the leading lady unless she pay for it because they're not going to let her. Her aesthetic does not fit what they want.
Well, she looked way better since she lost all that weight. I ain't gonna take that from her, but
No,
she's
she's
still a damn mammy.
beautiful. She's beautiful. Niggas still don't want her though. She can turn into
Yeah, you know they don't. They don't.
shit. Unless she can turn into some sort of fat ass white girl, they gonna look at her sideways.
Girl, I'm still tripping off that other song that sit on. I want to sit on it and spit on it. Bullshit. I'm like, what
I
the
ain't even heard it. Dang.
Girl, I heard a piece of it and I was just so shocked. I had to turn it off. I just was shocked.
I can't listen to no shit like that. She not even worth risking the copyright strike I'd get for listening to that bullshit. When we go into Discord tonight though, I'm gonna have to have one of y'all pull that shit up. I can't believe that's a song. I can't believe that's a song. It sounds like some shit she wrote in the room when she was tired, and it's some poetry or some shit. She feeling lonely because she want one of these ashy ass niggas and can't get one. That's what it sounds like.
Girl, but then look, her and Ari Lennox just sang that motherfucking dumbass sit on it song at the fucking I think that's what they sang at the BET Awards, if I'm not mistaken. What's that?
That is so ratchet.
I didn't watch it, y'all. I heard it was cheaply made and it was just a mammy fest.
It probably was.
I never
That's our
watched
community.
it. I've never watched it, actually. I've never watched it at all.
Well, with the way Blackistan is going, the Lifetime Achievement Award gonna go to Bill Cosby.
Oh no! DZ, I'm hurting, DZ.
That's it. I'm not black no more.
That would be so embarrassing. I would actually have to like change my skin color. I can't.
Y'all can't.
I'd have to change countries. God. No.
Thank you, KB, for the super chat. Y'all can't put that past black people. They have done so much in y'all short goddamn lifetime that, you know, Lifetime Achievement Award, the one that ganked the system, goes to Bill Cosby. And you're not gonna play surprise. You're gonna sit there and just shake your damn head like I did when I found out his ass was being released today on a technicality after getting 60 women ganked.
Man, I wish I was there to throw a tomato at his face or something.
Now they would have took you to jail for that. You probably would serve longer than he served for his sexual assault for throwing a tomato at his dumb ass.
But my self-satisfaction would have been worth the parole, the bail. It would have made me feel really good.
Man, I can't.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of their white family members actually do something to him, and I'm gonna be outside with free him shirts and t-shirts and signs and everything. Let that man out. He ain't do nothing wrong.
He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing.
They out here trolling. I need to go ahead and put some money in his commissary, screenshot it just to be a trolling ass bed wench bitch. That's what I need to do.
And send it to the shade room.
What jail is this man in? I'll find it. No worries. I'm gonna act the ass tonight when we get in the Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that shit and then let people drag me for that. He got to eat ramen noodles too. Damn it, he helped black women by getting that assaulter off the goddamn street.
I just wish he would have just took his neck off of that man's knee. That's all he had to do. It's not that hard.
Just move to the left a little bit. Stop pressing your neck so hard against motherfuckers' knees, and you would still be here.
Or he could have spoken louder. I mean, really.
Mommy, that man, he didn't even look that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Compared to George Floyd. Like, I don't know. Like, these men don't even try to fight back. Like, all jokes aside, this man literally screamed for his mother like a baby.
His dead mother at that, because she's had been dead.
It's because they're actually weak. I'm sorry.
No,
My bad.
Good. You're good.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's because they're actually weak. Like that's why the loudest in the room be the main ones. Like a hit dog will holler. They want to talk about how white boys are scared of them and all that. And like, first of all, who would be truly? But then as soon as one of them steps to you, you're like crying and stuff. Like he could have easily got that man off him if he had actually tried. He's probably waiting for one of them black women out of the crowd to come help him.
The people that legit should be scared of black men are black women. They're the only ones that not scared of them. But the rest of the world ain't scared of no black man. What they gonna do? Only time you need to be scared of them is if you think you pregnant by them, I guess, because they fixing to leave you to raise that child on your own. Good luck. Good luck. Or you need to go get a pap smear to see what kind of gift he left you in that discharge.
Ooh. So George Floyd was asking for his dead mother?
Yes.
Yeah, he was saying mama, and it just so happened to be that she was dead. But yeah, when he was saying mama, yeah.
So the mammy in the sky is gonna come down and save him, swoop and save him.
She probably did that her whole life while she was alive, and he just reverted back to what he was used to.
Yeah. But yet somehow, because, when I used to debate with gorillas, he told me that, oh, well, that's why white men, they're intimidated by us. And it's like they're making you a hashtag every other week. How are they intimidated by you? Like the fact that you had the nerve to say that, like, no, y'all are the ones trying to convince Zaddy that your life matters.
Yep.
Like
it don't matter. Dusty's life does not matter. I'm not going to stutter over that.
And on top of that, they
Dusty's lives don't matter. It doesn't matter. If every last Dusty disappeared today, nothing will be missed. Nothing.
No.
Nothing will be. As a matter of fact, crime statistics would go down.
Way down.
Yep. Now that's a bad position to be in when the world would improve if you left.
That's sad.
And they know that they ain't shit. That's why they always talk about single mothers. They know that because they be like, oh, well, you raising these boys and stuff like that. They know they ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
If they were so worried about you raising the boy, come raise your child.
And my thing is if black women are just horrible mothers and, we don't know how to raise kids and white women do it better, it's like, why is it that you're so pressed, like the Godfreys of the world? Why are you so pressed that we're going to other men since we're just horrible mothers? That makes zero sense because I want you to go to other races of women. Bye.
They don't believe that shit. They don't believe that you're the worst mothers. It's just keeping your self-esteem at a level where you let them come back and jump up and down in your pussy whenever they get a chance. Okay.
Yep. That is so true. And that's one of the main things they use. I'm sure we all know that, like, that they don't want you, or the racism thing. And that's what got me for a while. Like, I was so scared because I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be calling me all types of N-words and trying to kill me and all this stuff. No. They just had me brainwashed. Like, it's so fake. That is not how it is.
I think you should keep that in mind because, like, I told, somebody earlier that, I don't want black women to just put other groups of men like on this high pedestal, like as if they're just perfect. So I think that any group of men can be trash. White men can be trash. And I don't want us to, because I do see that, I got to be honest, I do see that sometimes we kind of worship them and we shouldn't do that because then we also look desperate just like the mammies. But it's just like comparing them to black men as a whole, these other groups of men, they're socialized differently. I don't think.
Let me jump in here, Trinity. Nobody here is worshiping white men If you say what's actually happening, it sounds like you're worshiping them. That's what it sounds like because their stats are so much better. But nobody's worshiping them. We can't do
Oh no,
wiggers.
not us.
Oh,
Not
okay.
us. No. I'm not talking about us. I'm saying like in general that I see on TikTok specifically that black girls will literally worship them because they're white is what I'm saying.
Oh God.
When they do that, it's just to get the attention of Dusties. I'm
Yep.
busting that. That's all they're doing that for.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is.
I'm not.
Oh my gosh, spot on.
Yeah, like I just want us to, keep that in mind that no group of men is perfect. But comparing that to Dusty's, yeah, you better divest. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I do have one thing to say that you're right. Every group of men has they have their crappies, okay? The problem is, like I said on one thing before, if you are a black woman, caramel colored black woman like me, and let's say you want a black man. Okay. Wanting a black man should not be holding a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be analogous to that. Okay. Our stats are not, they're worse than bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have never seen a group of men who just would not do anything for their children, sometimes despite how much money they have. Okay. I don't get. Okay. Latina men don't do that. Asian men don't do that for the most part. White dudes don't do that. And so it's a matter of degree. Everything is a matter of degree. And our degree is bad.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. And I hate to even say it sometimes because you have to, saying it is admitting it sometimes, but I want better for you girls. I want better for you young women. And I want you to know that yes, some of these Gen Xers, some of these baby boomer women really do care. There's just so few of us.
Yeah.
God, there's so few of us. But we care and love you little angels because we want to see you have a better life than we had.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember who it was, but I know I was on a one-on-one with one of my patrons this week. And she said, when looking for, it was so fucking dope what she said. She said, why do mammies talk about looking for a needle in a haystack when it comes to black men instead of going to the needle factory when they need a needle?
Amen.
I thought that shit was fucking dope.
Amen. I'll put that on a t-shirt too.
Man, listen, you over here looking for something that barely exists. And if he does exist, he gonna have 2 or 3 of y'all. And that's low. Because he has that option. Go somewhere else. Do you not care about yourself? I mean, come on.
Black women started sharing men back in the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing new. I mean, we started, well, I say we, but black women started sharing men in the 1990s, whether they knew it or not. They were sharing.
I thought
they shared it one.
They were sharing him before that. They would be sharing her before that.
Yo, yes.
Yeah, I
yes,
was gonna say that. Yeah.
They've been sharing them since the Big Bang, honestly.
Right, when they was all walking in Africa barefoot.
Yeah, as soon as a human was a thing and it was Dusty, he was waiting on y'all so he can have 2 or 3 of y'all. And we've been going for it.
But back then they had more meat than the other guy. They could hunt better than the other guy. They had a hut, several huts, but now we're just taking the cavemen who are nothing. I mean, I don't get that.
There's no standards. There's none. All he has to do is be black and have a dick. That's it. That's the beginning and the end of the standards right there.
I think that black women just don't genuinely love themselves. And that's controversial to say, but it's true. I don't think, looking from like a large scale, we don't love ourselves. Most of the things that we do, it's based off of black men's opinion. Like when we wear the straight blonde wigs, I have my personal opinion about wearing straight hair 360 out of the year, 365 days out of the year. When you're wearing these straight blonde wigs that look nothing like your real hair, when you're wearing, when you just do stuff and act a certain way and present yourself a certain way, it's all based on what black men think and feel. And that's just my opinion.
That's their only motivating factor. That's why they do anything they do is so that black men could give them that non-existent approval that they're looking for, but they're not going to give it to you. And if they do give it to you, watch out, sis, because he fixing to bang your life the fuck up. That's the calm before the storm. He
And I
finna
want
fuck you up.
and I
And the
wanted to make a
problem,
disclaimer. I'm not saying that there's anything bad with wearing straight hair because I like to wear it sometimes, but like I'm saying the ones that just like you never see their natural hair. It's like the grandma that have the plastic wrapped over their couch. That thing never coming off.
Oh my God.
Like that. Y'all know those aunties. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the grandmas and the aunties. Yeah.
I can't. It's sad because I know exactly what she's talking about.
the self-esteem has been low for a long time. And we actually, the Black community actually groom girls to be that way. Because if you feel like you're a little too haughty, if they feel that you're getting away from them, they will start negging the hell out of you. Who do you think you are? I actually had a woman in church one time. I was 20. In my church, who said to me, we were talking about domestic violence, and I said, man, I wouldn't put up with that. Just kind of an offhand remark. And she said, you think you're too good to be hit? Oh, yes, ma'am, because I was.
No, you got me fucked up. Are you serious?
He told me that. You think you're too good to be hit, huh? I said, yes, I am, and I will shoot his ass. Walked off.
No. You think
They
you
think
too good
abuse
to be
is
hit.
normal. They think you abuse is normal.
Abuse is normal.
Well, a lot of them think it. If you're not being hit by them, that they don't love you because they don't care. Black men are passionate, and when they do that, it's
Okay,
Yeah, I
excuse me.
was
Where did that
told
go?
that
Where did that go? What? What did you just say?
Is your sound fucking up?
Oh, you said something about somebody hitting you, and that's great.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, ma'am. You into the alternate universe. If somebody hit me, they do rag getting blown the fuck off. What I actually said was they think that when they get hit by these dustpans, that he's showing love. He's only doing this because he loves you. They're passionate type shit. And it's just toxic and warped. It's warped.
Anything that society doesn't think it's normal, the Black community would do the opposite. If everyone else in society can get on an accordance and an agreement on this is bad, this is worse, this is not good, and if everyone is saying that this is white, Black people are going to say this is black. If this is up, they're going to say this is down. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like the Black community is an ultimate universe. What's that word? Oh my God, I can't even pronounce it.
Alternative universe.
Yeah.
Alternate
And
universe?
that
Yeah.
it is what it is. That's what it is.
Down is up and up is down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got myself a spaceship and I left.
Okay. I got the fuck on. Got the fuck on the first thing smoking. And fortunately, he was a pretty dope motherfucker. So I won right there. Nigga, the last thing on earth that I would ever do is entertain a Dusty. That's the last thing I would do. I probably would turn around and eat some cat shit on the floor first. At least I know that I could go get antibiotics or some shit like that. But Dusty, no. And I don't recommend you do it either. The shit is not good for you.
Dusty's gonna be around forever. He's gonna try to keep you there forever. The cat shit is just gonna go through you.
Yeah, it is. And then maybe the cat's nice. I don't know, but I can't think of anything that is good about a Dusty. I can't. If someone told me right now, can you compliment them on anything? And all I can think of is their speed and getting the fuck away from me. Black men are fast. They're
And they know how to
fast.
fail.
Yeah, and that's it. I can't think of any benefits.
I mean, that's because they're used to running from
I
the
don't
police.
understand.
It's in their DNA.
How can they be attractive?
I
How
don't
can they be
know what
attractive with nothing? No money, no car, no house,
no education.
Speaking in broken sentences, using words wrong, tenses wrong.
Girl, if I hear somebody else say women instead of woman when they talk about one woman, I'm looking for me a good Black woman. I'm like, don't you mean woman? Because women is plural and woman
you
is
guys know that
girl,
they're
if I
trying to
hear everybody
normalize
else
plural.
keep saying that shit get on my nerves.
Do y'all know that they're trying to normalize that now? The black community, they're saying that it's anti-black if they're not allowed to speak AAVE in like schools and universities and at the
Is
job
there
and stuff.
anything? Is there anything that's not anti-black?
I don't know.
Is
But
there
yeah, they're
anything?
trying to
I remember
normalize
when they
broken
tried to
English.
do that with Ebonics back in the 90s. They had a big, big, I didn't even know what Ebonics was, but there was this whole big thing back in the 90s. Oh, you need to speak Ebonics. And people, these African American history or history departments in colleges need to be looked at. I'm sorry. Because they'll take
Speaking of,
anything.
Speaking of, they need to pull Felicia Rashad from that school. Y'all,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what y'all have to
Yeah.
do, but she's a dean over in Howard. And what she believes
What?
is that, yes, she's a dean there.
Of what?
So, I don't know. I'm not going to even look this old bitch up, but she's a dean over there. You let me know when you find out. But she's currently a dean there. And imagine a young girl going to that college, coming to this bitch who just got happy that Bill Cosby got off, saying that she got raped. What is she going to do? Look at the baby sideways? I don't believe you. Do you? I mean, what? She shouldn't be over a college like that, especially with so many black girls going there.
Oh, God.
That's
Yeah,
just
especially
sad.
just women in general who will accuse a black man of doing something to them, you know?
Somebody
And
said
it's
in fine arts. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say she would probably just blame her and tell her she was self-hating because I saw a lot of mammies when he was getting out today saying, well, saying like they took the drugs or something, like they did it willingly, but what does that have to do with him R-ing them and like taking advantage of them? Like even if they did willingly take the drugs, which I think he drugged them, obviously, that he still like assaulted them. So I don't understand how they'll just justify anything. It's crazy. Women are always wrong. Like it doesn't matter if they're involved, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. They have the first right of
We get credit
refusal.
for nothing and blame for everything.
They have their whatever they say, because everybody wants them sexually according to them. They are the ones that were correct. She took the drug. She asked me to come by. She the one text me. She's the
Yep.
one. You know, whatever they
Yes.
say is what's it. That's why it's dangerous to even be around them. When I see a black girl with a black dude, I'm just like, God damn! I hope she make it home safe.
Yep. Because they'll have the whole community behind them. You will never get believed.
Thank you, soul girl. Be safe out there. I hate that you can't stay because you be lit, honey. She's so sweet. But any takers on trying to go ahead and debate me on why you should not divest? Any takers in the comment section? Let me put the link back down here because this ought to be fun. Now watch a Dusty click this shit. Watch this shit, y'all. I hate the sound of their voices. That's why I try not to click them unless I can't when they go, I'm Dusty. I'm a Dusty. You bitches are bad wenches. Their voice sound like cats fucking. I swear to God.
One of them, I had food delivered to me yesterday, and one of them delivered it, and I wanted to throw it away because he touched it. He touched the bag it came in. And he gave me his number on some little ripped up piece of paper he had in his car. I just told him no, I don't do that.
I don't like supposed to be doing that when they're at work. Is he supposed to do that? That's supposed to be against company policy.
It sounds illegal to me, but you know, I don't know. They don't care. It's probably the
They
first
don't
job he's had in
be
years.
Sexually aroused by somebody like that.
Right, you're a food delivery guy.
I mean,
This is
really,
why I don't like going to fast food restaurants because they predominantly work there.
Girl, because don't you know you're supposed to accept them because he's a good black man because well, at least he got a job. That's why he arrogant and approached you because he think you still supposed to want him like that.
That's crazy. And that's really how they feel. I ripped it up. I was like, don't give me that. You just deliver my food. What the heck?
DZ, I was working with public health and I was in a prison, and there was this short black man who had several stab wounds and stuff. I'm the physician coming in, right, DZ? And I
Mhm.
introduced myself and I said, I'm here to help you and da 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 da, right? He
Mhm.
asked me out.
While
He
he
said,
had stab wounds?
maybe we could, keep up with each other, after this. Yeah, and he was
Mm-mm.
short and he was in prison.
I
Uh-huh.
believe you
And
because
I
the
said,
thing
I don't
is,
do that.
they do that shit all the time. You remember I was telling y'all about the dude that I
And he was
knew
ugly.
what kind that he had STDs and he still asked me out. He knew it. So I believe you wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. This motherfucker is chained
And
to
he
the
was
bed in
ugly.
your condition. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
What the
He was
who's
ugly.
not
He was
ugly though?
short. But he looked like a burnt match. You know how you strike a match? And that was his
I
head.
can't. I can't.
Oh
Y'all.
my god.
Ew.
So yeah, y'all. I guess we'll get together when our Robert Kelly gets out. I want you motherfucking mammies that's celebrating to know if I see any of you attached to me in any kind of way, I'm gonna block the fuck out of you. I'm gonna block you so good that they're gonna start recruiting me to the NBA. Okay. I am not here for it. And if you got daughters, if you got sisters, I know you got a mama because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. And you rooting this shit on for the black community, you ought to be ashamed of your fucking self. And I won't say I hope you experience something like that, but that's the kind of energy you putting out there. And baby, the boomerang effect is real. It's real.
Yep.
I hate to be the one that had to come up here and say this shit. I was hoping somebody else went live. I didn't see nobody talking about it, so I'm like, fuck this shit. He not getting ready to get out, and we don't say nothing about it. Point blank, fucking period. So, any closing remarks before I get my ass from up here?
I'll still be here waiting for you to talk about that info I sent you.
Okay, I got the screenshots, and we're gonna do that one next time. The fact that they let Bill Cosby out the goddamn jail, girl, that shit right there. My stomach dropped because I thought she was bullshitting. She was bullshitting. I thought she was bullshitting. All right. Somebody named BBC is King done click the goddamn link. I told y'all that was gonna happen. But then his pussy ass ran.
Right. He not gonna call a loser.
Did y'all see him in the back room?
Yeah.
Yeah, he clicked it, but then he went on ahead and left. See, this is the thing, y'all. If y'all are still fucking around with black males, you have a pussy on your hands. This is why a lot of mammies are masculine. They're scared. They're scared. It's only women up here. There's only women up here, and all it can be is words exchanged. And he still ran.
I think this is the same person say no to bed wenches because they're saying like they're literally saying the same thing, like the same like similar sentences. I think he made like another account. I could be wrong though, but that's what I
I'm
think.
not even looking at his private chat. I'm not.
He sent you a private chat too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Girl, I told you, mammies, if you want a black man, go ahead and pretend like you divested. They're obsessed with us, by the way. Very obsessed. My baby Kyra is here. Hey, Kyra.
Hey, DZ.
You just caught me because I was finna get my ass off of here. Go ahead and say your piece, sis.
I just want to say something really quickly. Mammies like Felicia Rashad are why the molestation rates are so high with black girls. Like, isn't it like 60% by age of 18 have been molested?
62.
62.
62.
Well, you see why? Because, she was fast. She willingly took the pills. I mean, but you see, like, that's how that number got so high. Mammies like her. Justifying and supporting rapists. I'm sorry. Alleged rapists. I'm sorry.
It's okay because that was his charges. That was his charges. All we're doing is selling the charges. You know what I mean? Shit, that's what it was. It was rape.
But yes, that's all I wanted to comment is we see why women like her have contributed to those stats for black women, and you're absolutely right. She needs to be removed from a position of power from Howard because I'd hate for college those college girls to have an incident and then her be on the board of making the decision about what to do about the perpetrator, especially if that perpetrator is what's the right term? A knuckle dragger.
Girl, what would y'all do if your daughter was going to Howard and somebody that cosigns rape is her dean? What would you do? Thank you, Sapphire Regis. I didn't think you was coming through tonight. I'm glad to see you because I hadn't seen you in the comment section.
I will pull her out of that college.
Definitely. I would be scared, because mammies will set your ass up. And a lot of times they'll try to convince you that it wasn't what you thought it was.
Ooh, DZ. Oh, sorry.
You misunderstood what it was. Go ahead, Kyra.
You remember what happened a few years ago? That stuff came out at Spelman. They said that the school officials were pressuring the Spelman girls not to report incidents.
Yeah, their mugshots are on my Instagram, I believe. They all got arrested, and they were doing like a pimp hoe culture there, and a lot of them were a black sorority. Was it Delta?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am, it was them.
I would never send one of my young children, my college age children, to no damn HBCU. Are you kidding me? They had one in FAMU where they were stealing the Pell Grants from the student. The financial aid officers were stealing the Pell Grants from the students at FAMU. This is the type of shit. Yes, this is the type of shit that happens at these HBCUs. There's no way. I just tell my kid to start their own business instead of going to HBCU. Dead fucking serious.
Or join the military. My goodness.
Anything but go to a HB goddamn CU.
But that's all I wanted to add. I know you're getting ready to drag the fuck out of the whole situation.
Hold up, let me see what's going on here. Hey, T March.
Oh my goodness. Hi, how are you?
I'm awesome, South. How are you? I don't think I've ever seen you up here, but do your thing.
You have not, Queen, and to all the other lovely women that are on the panel, be it young or old. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in because I have recently come across your channel. Thank you so much for having me up
Of course.
and allowing me to be here. So let me start by saying, because I had to take notes with everything that I was hearing you all and the lovely ladies say, let me just say I am 46, October 18th, 74. So I am an older female as well.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely co-sign divesting at this point. And what is really funny is that I used to be in the Marine Corps, and I didn't even realize, looking back in hindsight, that I had long ago divested and just had not realized that I had done so. I was intraracially, if you will, dating Puerto Rican, Dominican, and not that I was setting out to do so, but I was being approached by these men. Okay, so that being said, what I would like to say is, first of all, and this is to all ladies, number one, don't mistake what you're being offered for what you're truly worth. Black women are worth a Black woman's worth is not based on what a Black man's idea of what a Black woman should be. So please don't base your worth on a worthless group of men's empty ass words and the history that they have shown to us. Let me
They
speak
don't have
on
the credentials. They don't have the credentials to appraise
Absolutely.
anything.
Absolutely. You don't get that distinction. You really don't. You don't get that distinction when you've proven yourself to be subjugated, conquered, and dominated by every race on this planet. And then you will stand by and accuse your women of aiding and abetting in that, when in all actuality, we have been in it with you. And unfortunately, we are not in it with you. We were dragged along in it with you because women are second, and no matter what society, and not second in a sense, but it's historically shown that women are up under men or second to men, if you will, or the counterpart to a man. But I did want to speak on Ari and Jazz because let me get this straight. Jasmine Sullivan, her whole first second album was an attestment to the abuse that she suffered under the man that she was with, which was a black man. If you will go back, and if anyone will go back, she spoke about the physical abuse that she suffered. She almost dedicated a whole album to that. And with Ari Lennox, how many black men have to drag her? And we can just start with Snoop. We can just start with Snoop. But how many black men have to drag her
Ari Lennox
before
is
she
going
comes?
to be an old ass
Hmm.
mammy, because the thing
She
is,
is.
she's too far gone, in my opinion. I would be truly surprised if she turned her shit
Hmm.
around, because they have already dogged her out in public so many times. She looked like a Rottweiler. She's this, she that. They've done her in, and she's
Yes.
still going in.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly. And it doesn't matter that she does actually have all her natural body parts. It doesn't matter that she does have her natural, all of these things. It doesn't matter. They are still going to find a way to denigrate her, to bring her down, because just like with Shakari Richardson, I'm in Dallas. So I know Oak Cliff. I know the area that she comes from. And how dare, why? Why would you do that? Why?
because
This woman
she's a
has
goddamn mammy. That's why she's a motherfucking mammy.
so Shakari Richardson, and again, to have these black men tearing her down, this woman has just qualified for the Olympics, and it doesn't seem to matter how high on the bar we go, how high up on the echelon we are. It doesn't matter. The fact that they are on the bottom will always be on the bottom, because that is where they're comfortable being. They will always seek to bring us down there and to keep us down there in the bowels with them.
I'm
And
glad you
let me
mentioned
just
the
say,
Olympics. I'm glad you mentioned
and
the
let me
Olympics,
just
because
say,
I'm getting ready to drag that big fat bitch too.
absolutely. Absolutely, and one last thing. Will somebody please explain to me the uplifting, the ass kissing, the running, chasing behind women, white women of no color, whatever you want to refer to them as. Is it just me, or have we not historically understood that these bitches ran the plantation? They were more. They, they were more evil. They were more degenerate than the actual men, than the actual white men. The white women of the plantation, they ran those plantations. White women, these are the women that with one word could get you killed, could get you
See, but
tarred and
here's the deal.
feathered. It
Here's
did.
the deal. T-Mar,
Mhm,
here's the
mhm.
deal.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
They can have those niggas. I don't want to.
Absolutely.
Hold up one second. I don't want to
Yes,
make
ma'am.
it seem like we're trying
Hmm.
to tell black men that white women ain't shit. Let them think what they
Right.
want. Let them have them. As a matter of
Absolutely.
fact, I'll hold the door open for every last one of them goddamn apes to go over there.
Absolutely. And I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I
Let them
agree.
find out.
Absolutely. Because Taraji P, the embarrassment of that, they continue to embarrass us. And then women like her will continue to embarrass us by collectively assuming that every black woman is going to be on standby for a black man. Or better yet, that every black woman actually wants a black man. And let me correct that, black males, because there's a difference between men and males. There are black males. I've
Well,
seen
yeah,
very far and
they're
few
not men.
men in between, and so I have to address that accordingly. They are males.
Yeah,
Biologically,
I
they are
haven't
males,
seen any
and
good
that
black
is it.
men. I haven't seen any good
Right.
black men, period. I
Hmm.
don't give a
Hmm.
fuck who they are, because if they haven't stopped the next Dusty from being Dusty, because being Dusty is being violent, being a deadbeat dad, being all this
Absolutely.
shit. If they haven't stopped that shit,
Absolutely.
I don't care if he is raising his children, this other guy. His motherfucking ass is Dusty because he co-signed this other shit.
Right. And DZ,
Absolutely.
just to
One.
oh
I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead. Hmm.
oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, DZ, that that's funny that you bring that up, because when I was in that Pan
Hmm.
African group, this one black man, he was just like, oh, well, I don't trust any white person because you didn't stop other white people, or you didn't stop the system of racism, so you're just as racist. And it's like, okay, well, the same can apply for you, Dusties. It's like, you call yourself a good black man, but where are you at to check these Dusties? Because the only time I see these self-proclaimed good black men is when you generalize all black men as ain't shit, which y'all aren't. So it is what it is. I just wanted to say that.
They understand
Very
that
good
concept.
point. Very good point. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very good point. And I ultimately, I would just like to see Black women stand in their power, stand in their strength, stand in knowing who they are. Because when you do that, you're unshakable and you're unmovable.
That's a fact.
So absolutely. So I would just love to see more Black women divesting, and not divesting as like a form of vengeance, because I don't believe that that's what Black women are doing. I believe that Black women are tired. I really truly believe that, because and let me just ask this question to anyone on the panel. Can anybody just explain to me how they continue to say that Black women don't support them, Black women aid and abet in their downfall? And maybe it's just
like
me,
this. It's
but are there not, but are there not multiple songs?
They are doing it in a coaching fashion. So say, for instance, you have a team and you want them to run faster. You want them to do more for you. You start comparing them to other motherfuckers on the team. You'll say to, hey, little Johnny, almost, but Tommy did it a little bit better than you. That's what they're doing when they tell you that white women are more submissive. White women do this better. Spanish women do this better. And Asian women do this better. So that they can take their mammy ass over here and try to improve for a target that they'll never hit. Okay?
That's damn near dedicated to many as women. It would be called For My Man. Is there not a whole show dedicated to that? For My Man. You have generations of women, Black women, who are sitting in prison right now for no other reason, than they were dealing with a Black man. Many or not, you're sitting in prison. There are women that are sitting in prison because of the loyalty and dedication, and or the fear that they experienced when they were in the relationship. But the bottom line is that it was a choice. It was a choice, and you chose to, quote unquote, ride or die for and or with a Black man. And what's so sad about it is that once you've ended your life, because essentially that's what you do. Once you've ended your life by putting your life on the line, by thinking that their life, their existence. Yes,
Mark,
ma'am.
I gotta end the live.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I gotta.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You got some
Absolutely.
passion behind you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
You're
just
welcome.
allowing me to speak. Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all the ladies.
You're welcome. And come up again, okay? Because I hear the passion. I hear it.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
I will continue to listen, and I will continue to talk to my other sisters, and to put them on to you and to other women as well that are speaking truth. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Gotcha.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
So now I'm fixing to do a quick track, and then we're gonna do what Healing Arts said and have a hard art party in that goddamn Discord, because there were some things here. This was a touchy fucking subject. You can't even say the R word here, because this place is turning into a PG-13 Black man loving space, and it sucks. It sucks because you can't get the point across that you want to get across without worrying about some Dusty or some mammy coming to flag you or whatever. But this is the deal. Today, at least for 24 hours, you people over there that are talking about how racist the system is gonna have to shut what they call the fuck up, because they did y'all a square today and let this idiot, this maniac, this monster back on the goddamn street to fuck with other motherfuckers. Okay, that's what they did. That's what they did. Just because he's 85 fucking years old, 83 years old, does not mean that he cannot fuck. You heard the clip. He said from the age of 11 till death. That means he'll touch you when he want to, as long as he can move his goddamn legs. And to keep it all the way real, Cosby don't like y'all. Cosby don't like you niggas. He told you that when he was still in good with the Puddin' Pop gang. He told you was ignorant. He told you to pull your goddamn pants up and listen to reason. Stop creating kids that you don't want. That's what he used to say. You couldn't identify with that shit. But soon as he started treating bitches like shit, here you go. That's my nigga right there. They doing my nigga wrong right there. You motherfuckers ain't worth a goddamn. You ain't worth a goddamn. But that's okay. That's okay. Karma does not forgive, and karma does not forget. What's going to end up happening is they're going to find this old motherfucker in face down in his vomit. That's what they're going to do. Because he's put in too much negative shit out here. Nasty, vile, sexual, degenerate shit for it not to come. And Camille, you ain't off the hook either, goddammit. You bald-head, scallywag ass bitch. You let him do this. You didn't put him out there. I know you've been knowing about it since y'all got married. Y'all marriage was kind of I think you might have been in on it, honestly. But who am I? I'm just divested zealot. And you can kiss my entire ass. I will meet you guys in the Discord. I love y'all and see y'all next time around this bitch. Bye.
Bye. See you in the Discord.